Libra, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for late October 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes into energy and see what's going on for the lovely Libras. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. Let's go, my gods. Talk to me about my Libra friends. So we move towards Halloween. It's coming up real soon, my friends. But yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Libra in late October. And for those of you that are right on that cusp of Scorpio, I just want to wish you all a very happy birthday. I know for a lot of you, you won't be seeing this reading in Libra season, but at the time of filming, we're right about to switch over to Scorpio. So if I missed you, happy birthday. All right, we do have this Empress energy showing up here front and center, which can be very, very good for a lot of you. Beautiful abundance, fertile, a lot of possibilities here. Could be pointing towards nature. So I love to start off a reading with this type of energy. It's very nice and sturdy. Now, before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about this Empress. So as some of you know, Empress is Venus type of energy, and that is Libra energy in general. So this could be you in your power in one way, shape, or form, or you might need to lean into that Venus type of energy. Comfort yourself, soothe yourself in one way or another. Maybe spoil yourself a little bit. That's something I'm feeling intuitively here for a lot of Libras. You might need to be nice to yourself or spoil yourself when this card shows up. But aside from that, this card is the goddess type of energy. It speaks of abundance, potential, fertility. There's so much love and care when we have this card showing up front. So whether the reading itself is a challenge or whether it's very positive, this is nice and it's reassuring type of energy. Just be kind to yourself in the coming days and weeks when this card shows up. Now, Empress energy, it could point, like I said, to nature. You might need to really cleanse yourself energetically, get out into nature. That could be a possibility for some of you. And sometimes Empress energy could be a little immovable and stubborn, so hopefully you're not dealing with anything like that. But we're just going to put her to the side for now. Let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote for us. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness here. So shuffle up the deck one time for my Libras, please. And while we get the deck ready, let's talk about last week's reading. It was a bit of a mixed bag overall, but last week's reading was titled Big Win Incoming. And it felt like that towards the end of the reading. Like, yeah, there were some bumpy roads within the reading itself. But at the end of the day, at the end of the reading, the final result of something was victorious. It was a win of some sort. So we're going to hope to keep that energy moving. Let's get you 3 cards in the upright before we get into the intuitive juiciness. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stones. Only take this how it hits for you. Because we could be seeing your energy, we could be seeing someone you're linked to, right? You know how tarot goes. But let's get you 3 cards. What's happening with Libra, please? Late October. All right, the deck is being a little specific. Okay, yeah, there's progress. There's some sort of progress here, at least starting with it when we have the 6 of Swords in position number 1. Something could be calming down, something or someone or a situation could be starting to settle or mellow out. Let's get a couple more. Could just represent action as well, like something moving. Okay, we have the King of Wands. So this energy is moving towards the King of Wands, which I wouldn't say is a bad thing. Could just be a fire sign in your energy. Let's get you 1 more card, then we'll really start to piece this together. So the fire-air combination is in the mix. Okay, we have the 5 of Pentacles on the back end. So here we go again, Libra. We have a little bit of a mixed bag. It's all good, though. We'll get through it. We'll figure it out, see what this story is representing with that 5 of Pentacles back there. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into the juicy, intuitive stuff. So at first look, first glance, 6 of Swords, King of Wands, the fire-air combination is showing up here. I always say that could be a spark of some sort, whether volatile, explosive, or whatever. It could be good, but we have like this energy surrounding this King of Wands where this one is moving towards like cool, calm waters. This one feels like a little rejected in one way or another. So we're going to want to see how this all plays out, whether this is different areas of life, different situations. let's just see how it plays. Position number one, let's go through one by one. The Six of Swords. Now, every card in the tarot deck has positives and they also have challenges. Let's go through the positives first. The Six of Swords is moving forward. This is a card of action. It could be travel, it could be distance, and whatever situation you're going through. But generally, I think of coming out of choppy waters into the calm. We think of problem resolution. We think of moving forward with optimism. So like calmer waters ahead. So this can be a very good card. It is paired up with fire right next to it, so we want to see what this action or what this result could be representing, especially with this Five of Pentacles on the back end. But I like this card. Now, a challenge of the Six of Swords, it could sometimes represent abandonment, like with this card, and with the Five of Pentacles, there's like a little bit of an abandonment type of energy or a rejected type of energy that we'll want to look at a little closer. It could sometimes represent individuals that aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing or not following up on their responsibilities. When we have the Six of Swords, let's not put a tough meaning where it doesn't belong, though. This could just be moving forward in one way or another, or it could just be action in general. Now, when we get to the center here, we have the wonderful King of Wands. Now, I always say with all kings, they represent control of their respective suit. And the King of Wands is generally a positive card. Now, it could represent a fire sign in your life. So Aries, Leo, Sag. If you're not connected to a fire sign, male, female, doesn't matter. This King of Wands is a shot calling type of energy. It really controls who and what it gives its energy to, right? So if we're not talking about situations, like I already said, it's spirit asking you to really look at what you're giving your energy to, who you're giving your energy to, what situations. You might want to pace yourself in the coming days and weeks, because when we have things like the Wands court cards, sometimes if we're looking at the side that's not the nicest, if we're looking at the challenges, it could be someone that drains themselves, or it's somebody that is like uncontrollable in one way or another. So we don't want to see that. We want to look at somebody who's budgeting their energy and focus properly when we have this King of Wands. We'll see when we clarify it. Now, getting to the back end, we have the Five of Pentacles. And I don't want to say this is concerning me. This could just be a warning. It's absolutely possible that it could be a warning. But the Five of Pentacles, especially coupled with the Six of Swords, there could be like, feelings of abandonment, feelings of separation. This card, sometimes it could represent money issues, money problems. So watch your money in this time. But to me, it's someone who feels like out in the cold, someone who possibly feels lonely, abandoned, rejected. So we'll have to see when we go through and clarify. Now, a good thing about this card is that it could represent a new path or a new journey. Right? Like journeys aren't always easy. Sometimes they can be very tough. Okay. And sometimes you have to do journeys solo, but it's given me an odd feeling so far. So it could possibly be a warning. Like, I don't want to read meanings into it that aren't there, but for some of you, whether it's work issues, money issues, or an emotional thing, it's like we have this duality showing up in this week's reading where we have, there's progress, but then there's not. Okay. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Libra. Let's jump in and clarify. Let's get a good shuffle here for my Libras, please. My guides, talk to me. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Six of Swords. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you have any messages that you want to give to or share with Libra, you drop it down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Six of Swords time. What's happening? What is this action about, please? I'm like dying to get over to that Five of Pentacles here. Okay, yeah, someone might be in a bit of a rush here. We have the Eight of Wands underneath the Six. There might be someone that like is trying to make things better or wants to make things right, make them better, or like this is like a soothing, like, oh, no, everything will be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Like I'm getting a soothing type of energy here on the front end. Eight of Wands. So surrounding this sword energy, this air, it's all fire, right? Now, this is a very fast moving energy. It's a very fast moving card. It's one of my cards of conversation and communication. So we could be talking about an important talk of some kind or a serious talk that could be in play. But when I see this explosive energy moving things forward, there is someone that is like in scramble mode for one reason or another. Like they're like, no, I got to get this done. I got to make this right. I want to do this. So there might be somebody that may want to apologize to you about something. There might be somebody that might want to soothe you or make you feel better. Maybe you want to speak to somebody and like, listen, we got to talk about this. Like that's a possibility here with the Six of Swords and Eight of Wands. But either way, it's forward movement, right? Like I'm getting the energy of someone saying like, listen, I could make this better, or we should make this better. Let's fix this. And that's just the vibe I'm getting. So I don't know if there's a situation you're going through that applies to. If that's not your energy, that could absolutely be someone around you that wants to smooth something out or mend something. Like, don't let that bridge burn. They want to fix something. That's just what I'm picking up here on the front end. But if we're talking action, this is someone making a move very suddenly. Okay, and we'll see how it goes as we get to the King of Wands and then the Five of Pentacles. Like, because we're at the start here. Like somebody either doing something or saying something suddenly. Okay, like just moving so quick. Like it's very fast action. So I don't know if you made some sort of sudden move, sudden action, sudden change. That's a possibility as well. So you see what I mean? I'm picking up a lot of things here on the front end. Only take what applies. Let's move over to that King of Wands. We'll talk about it more during the recap. So why is that King of Wands in the mix for my Libras? I really want to see why that Five of Pentacles is there. So why is that King of Wands in the mix? Thank you. Here's the Empress energy showing up for you again. Okay, if you are connected to a fire sign, this is a very intense soul connection that we're picking up right here in the center. Okay, second time Empress energy is showing up for you, and this shows up in the upright. You might just be in the mode and mindset where you just want the best for all involved, where it's like, okay, I need to figure something out. I need to figure out a solution that works for everybody here. Like, how can we make this work for everybody? Like, intuitively, that's something I'm picking up here. But this feels good. So once again, the energy of wins and victory are still here, but it's showing up with a different flavor. Okay, for a portion of you, under this Knight of the King of Wands, with a card that could be representing you, like the Venus energy, you could really be in the mode and mindset where like, all right, I need to keep my head on straight. I need to figure out how to solve this, how to solve that, where to put my energy. So you might be a little more self-reliant in this time, or like looking after yourself in one way. However, I still possibly see action leading to victory, but those are just the main things I'm picking up here. Maybe a connection with a fire sign, but I feel for a lot of you, you just might be either one, trying to find something that fits and works for everyone so everyone could be happy, or you might just be in the mode where it's like, okay, I need to get myself right, or I need to get, I need to look after myself for the time being. Like, that's just what I'm picking up. Let's move over to the Five of Pentacles and see what's up with that. Obviously, only take that if it hits, but either way, regardless of what's going on, this King of Wands with the Empress, I feel like that's a very positive type of energy. Okay, so let's see why that Five of Pentacles is here. Then we'll get into, then we'll do a recap before the shadow card. So let's see what's up with that Five of Pentacles for Libra, please. Thank you. Yeah. All right, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. This could absolutely be a warning about the financial and money showing up for some of you. So please, the warning I gave a little earlier, I do feel someone feeling rejected here, okay? Now, it doesn't have to be you, right? Maybe some of you are rejecting an offer of some kind. There is somebody in the energy that feels, I don't want to say lonely. It could be, right? But the main thing I was feeling here, when the King of Pentacles shows up in reverse, it's like somebody knocked off their throne in one way or another. So there might be someone that's feeling a big shakeup and they're feeling like rejected in some sort of way. So this could be a rejection of some sort. I don't know if you've recently done that, okay? Rejected someone or it could even be a way of thinking, right? It doesn't have to be a person. There could be a behavior that you're rejecting. There could be a thought process that you're rejecting. It could be anything. It could be a habit you're trying to reject. But that's just the vibe I've been picking up since the beginning, and I'm getting it here on the back end as well. Now, if you're on some sort of self-improvement journey, I would say that could be a good thing, right? With the energies we've been seeing here, but there is someone in the feels, right? Someone is in their feels here with the Five of Pentacles, King of Pentacles in reverse. If you're not having issues with an earth sign, could be someone that's feeling a little lonely or isolated as well. So do with that energy what you will. I am feeling the rejection here on the back end, especially with all the movement here, trying to figure out or smooth things over, and then boom, on the back end, it's like, all right, well, this result is crap. Let's go through and do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. Interesting reading this week. Totally different flavor from last week. But in position number 1, we do have the Six of Swords with the Eight of Wands in the upright. And I did say initially this felt like somebody trying to smooth something over, make something right. Could possibly be an apology. It could be a talk of importance as well. But it is somebody taking an action, making a move. And I did also say it feels very sudden to me with the fire-air combo. So whether it's making a sudden action or a sudden move or a sudden change, it's showing up here in the front. Now, when we get to the center, we have the King of Wands with the Empress in the upright. Very powerful soul bond and connection showing up in your spread this week. And I feel like this Empress represents you. It doesn't matter if you're male, female, or anything in between. But a big vibe I was picking up was that of like self-reliance or trying to get oneself together. Like, all right, well, I need to figure this out. I need to figure out where I should put this energy, put that energy. It's like somebody who, and it doesn't feel bad, but there's like a focus on the self here. Okay, so that might be something you need to do in this time. Another vibe I was picking up, Libra, was somebody trying to figure something out so all involved will feel happy. Like, all right, well, let's get an end result where everyone involved is going to feel okay with it. But moving to the back end, that doesn't seem possible, right? Because we have the Five of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles in reverse, somebody feeling rejected here. I did say there's a warning here about finances. There's a warning here about work, anything material here on this back end. So please keep an eye on that. But the main thing I'm picking up here is someone either feeling rejected or lonely. Okay, so I did also say it could be you rejecting a behavior, a thought pattern, a habit even. So there's a rejection in the mix this week. So please take a screenshot. I'm going to get you a shadow card here. Let's see what's in the shadows. Maybe we'll get a little more detail. So let's shuffle it up one time. So yeah, mixed bag reading again this week, Libra. And that's okay, right? Life is not normally simple, right? What do we have for Libra, please? Okay. And yeah, we'll get one shadow card here just to end off the reading. See something, whether it's within you, whether it's a situation you're going through. See what's in the shadows, please. Oh, and if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll leave a link for it down in the comments below. This upcoming week, I'll be doing my very first members only all signs reading. So if you want to check that out, please feel free to join us. Obviously, no pressure. But let's get one shadow card out here for Libra. What's in the shadows for my friends? Thank you. Okay. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. Yeah, it is very similar to what I was feeling right here on the back end. A lot of people say the Eight of Cups could be somebody feeling like they're walking away from something. I say it's neutral, either moving towards or away from something. But as a shadow card, this could be someone feeling like they've been abandoned or rejected or left behind in one way or another. So in the coming days and weeks, Libra, please just watch out for solitude in this time. Like you might feel lonely more than usual when this card shows up as a shadow card, but maybe there is something that Spirit wants you to maybe take a walk from or take a pause from. That's a big possibility with this Eight of Cups. Okay, so whether it is a habit, whether it is a way of thinking, whether it is a behavior, take some personal stock within and just see, because the Eight of Cups is representing that, but it could also be abandonment issues as well. Okay, so do with that information what you will. But Libra, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the September subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced after this week's fire and air readings. But for October, I'll be going back to one of the classics. I'll be giving away 2 copies of the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's one of the most beautiful decks out there. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments if there's a zodiac sign that you clash with. If so, which signs do you kind of bump heads with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of October, your name will be announced in the community tab, my friends. As always, much love, and I'll see you next time.